In the previous videos, I talked about the insights of focus, self-esteem, and fear. If you want to master your mind on all these three levels, you'll have to start thinking using proper ingredients. Ingredients that are working for you. Your mindset is the filter through which you perceive the world and its people. It's like a net stretched over your eyeballs. In other words, it's always everywhere. So, you better train it. The ingredients with which you think determine the cocktail you'll end up drinking. They determine where your focus lies, if your self-esteem is stable, and if you're able to turn around your fears. They have an enormous impact on what you think and thus also on what you do or won't do. After your first stream of thoughts, you have a choice. Either you act upon your first stream of thoughts, that cocktail will always taste bitter, or you train yourself to think again and to turn your thoughts around by replacing the ingredients. Now, most people act upon their first stream of thoughts. Life is very tiring and stressful. You're not actively living. You don't know why you do what you're doing because you don't really know yourself. And hence, you don't master your mind nor your life. For example, horoscopes and fortune tellers. Let me visit Madame Zazou or have a quick look at my horoscope, see what will happen to me next week. Well, not much if you keep on thinking like that. Thinking using ingredients that are working against you on all three levels will always cause internal conflicts such as perfectionism, being a control freak, having fear to fail, procrastination, worrying, irritations, stress, and so on. I call the group of ingredients that is causing this type of behavior the weakness mindset. On the other hand, thinking using ingredients that are working for you on all three levels will boost your self-confidence and assertiveness, it will stabilize your self-esteem, and it will increase your self-knowledge and self-possession. I call this group of ingredients the strength mindset. And it's with this trained mindset that you enter the most amazing place within yourself. It's the place where you will find inner peace. And how funny actually that those who take action will find rest. Wishful thinking won't take you there. You gain mental power by making an effort for 7 weeks. It has been proven that it takes 50 days to master a new habit, and this also applies to a new way of thinking. Spunky Strings will offer you the ingredients of both mindsets, those leading to weakness and the ones leading to strength. You need to be aware of both mindsets in order to be able to recognize the ingredients of the first mindset and to then turn it around into the ingredients of the second one. So first, you have to realize what isn't working so you can turn it around into something that is working. Now, each letter of the weakness mindset is an initial of a certain ingredient. All ingredients are clearly explained in the Spunky Strings booklet. The ingredients of the weakness mindset are opposite ingredients of the ones of the strength mindset, and it are these ingredients that need to be replaced by the ones of the strength. So you replace the W ingredient with the S ingredient, the first E with the first T, and so on. Now you know what to do when counting to 10. One time thinking, second time thinking, and don't confuse the letter by thinking the former twice. Now let me show you how both mindsets influence your life. Suppose there's a scale from 0 to 100%. When I ask people, what percent of your potential are you using at the moment? Then a lot of people answer, 100, 110%. And then I say, just to make sure, I did not ask you how busy you are. I asked you what percent of your potential are you using? And then most of them say, 20, maximum 30%. Now tell me, how can you be happy If what, 70 to 80% of your talent is still crying out to be discovered? When they say not all people will wake up, it's this they're referring to. Now, everything that is born on this earth has the tendency to grow. For example, a flower grows until it dies. It won't stop halfway because it's afraid of reaching a height it has never reached before. A human is rational and he has that choice. But he also has the choice to instinctively listen to his fear and keep on growing. The first choice feels very unpleasant because you're blocking your natural growth. And this happens when people think with a weakness mindset. In contrast, the other choice feels very nice because you're following the natural path. This happens when people think with a strength mindset. Now you can compare these very unpleasant and very nice feelings with two magnets working in an either-or relationship. As long as people are acting upon the weakness mindset, even just a little bit, this magnet is activated. And this feels like if you're in a vicious circle. You want to move forward, but something keeps pulling you back. And this something is this magnet that is doing everything in its power to keep you around 0%. Sometimes it even makes you give up before you even started. For example, this is a lot of work, isn't it? It doesn't want you to make this choice and step out of the vicious circle. Yes, the circle goes fast, but it's very tiring. Remember the tsunami story? And it leads to regret. It eats your energy. Stepping out of the vicious circle is a step-by-step approach, but it's very fulfilling. It gives you energy. So after the reality check, which choice is actually a lot of work? You see, your weakness mindset is playing tricky games with you. Stay alert. The only way to get rid of this is to become aware of the ingredients of the weakness mindset in your thoughts over 7 weeks and to replace them with ingredients from the strength mindset. Once you've done that, it will become the same routine as your current weakness mindset. Now, during the training of this turning around technique, there is no need to suppress your first stream of thoughts. However, they should never be your final stream of thoughts because then you're going to act upon ingredients that are working against you. Your final stream of thoughts should be filled with ingredients from the strength mindset. So, detect first, turn around, and then act. This is the only way to deactivate this magnet and to activate the second one located at 100%. When this magnet is activated, you'll experience a wonderful feeling, like if something is pulling you towards this direction. People experienced a glimpse of this feeling when they say, the moment I took that decision, all kinds of opportunities started to spring up. The more you train yourself to think with these ingredients, the closer you'll get to 100% and the stronger this feeling will become. Compare it with first thinking you're going to choke, but then you finally come above the water and gasp for air, while realizing that the only thing you had to do was putting your feet on the ground. You look back and smile like you've never smiled before, and from that moment on, you'll experience the world in a whole new way, confidently without any jammers. Inner peace. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this cocktail will always taste better. And with the insights you have gained so far, you probably understand that you won't help people by just saying, don't be so negative. The issue? It's much bigger than that. Their whole filter, the net around their eyeballs, is working against them with negativity, in particular complaining and blaming, as a result. Compare it with someone who has bronchitis. You wouldn't tell that person either, hey, don't cough. Now, some people then ask themselves if they should just accept the negative stream of others. Well, if you notice that they want to keep their external focus and they don't want to work on themselves by taking action, you have to draw your own conclusion. There is no one to blame, it is what it is, accepting. but you have to take your own responsibility when deciding what kind of environment you want to be in most of the time. Make a wise decision here. And above all, always remember that you too can be that person who's producing a negative stream. I compare the stream with vomit. Well, if you give your body, for example, rotten fish to digest, it will say, "Ew, what's this? I don't want this. Get out of my body now." And it will throw up all the rotten ingredients. And it may even do more, but let's not go into details. The same applies to mental rotten ingredients. Your body says, "Oh, what's this? I don't want this." And it throws up all the negativity. And if you're asking yourself right now, okay, but what can I do about it? You just said yourself, it has to go out of my body. Correct, but stop eating what's making you sick. You don't want to eat more of that rotten tuna either, right? Well, stop feeding your mind with these mental rotten ingredients. By the way, why would other people let the vomit that your body wants to get rid of so badly enter their body via the ears? Do you like to eat vomit? No? Well, others don't either. Moral of the story? Do you detect an ingredient of the weakness mindset in your thoughts? Turn it around into the strength mindset before you act. Now you understand why you should master your mind. If you want to discover how you master this formula for personal success, watch the next video.